Hello viewers, welcome to Nature and Entertainment on TVRC. I am Wedo Kwalidoyin Samuel, and we are with my co-presenter today. Is what's the name?
My name is Felicia Chinyere Ebere.
Yes, and welcome to today's program. And the topic before us today is that we want to look at our sharp performance at the unveiling of NNPC yesterday. So that's what we want to take a look at. So, Felicia, let's first of all take a look at the invitations. Why Asha?
Well, Asha is a legend when it comes to Afro music, and her full name as well should be. I mean, her name is Bukola Elenidiges. Just her stage name is just Asha. She's a popular musician. She's a popular musician, and she was invited for the unveiling of the NNPC logo. And because of her repute and number of this more about music that talks more about African and Nigerian situation. So I think that's one of the reasons for invitation.
Okay, very good. We have traditions in Nigeria, and we have so many traditions. So there are some attires that you can wear today. They will say that okay, this one match this occasion, and this is the cloth that match this occasion once again. But let's look at the attire of Asha, black. What does that imply?
Now, for me, generally, black attire signifies something maybe like mourning somebody. Because in the literary form, if you wear a black attire and you know you as a music person, a music artist, and you're going there to perform, and you're putting on a black attire, it's as though you're waiting for a burial. So the scene or the setting of that event should be more of like a mournful event. So for you have to have put on that attire, it signifies a lot, like more of
morning Nigeria,
morning state kind of. So.
Well, okay. This what introduced me to one of our songs. Asha have this kind of. I love her music. Almost all her music. Is it this all this stuff? But looking at what happened yesterday, why fire on the mountain?
Okay.
What do you think led to that fire on the mountain?
Okay, let me now connect addressing and the title of the song, Fire on the Mountain. She chose that she was actually very conscious of that attire and the choice of the music, the choice of the music she actually performed. Because looking at Nigeria generally, and she would have thought of it like, okay, fine, these people want me to come and perform. Looking at what is going on in Nigeria, and it's a gathering of elites.
Yes.
There are a lot of dignitaries, even the president himself was present. So she would have thought of it like, okay, this is the best way she can just do her own lovely protest, peaceful one. So let me use it that way, you understand? So our attire was connecting with the music itself. And now the setting itself is a setting where these leaders, these dignitaries themselves will watch and listen. The setting, in fact, it was even the very the best timing, best setting, best attire, best music.
Yes.
That particular track, Fire on the Mountain. To summarize the whole thing, that was the best way she could do our own peaceful protest. Because looking at the situation of Nigeria generally, I think that particular Fire on the Mountain and that type of dressing connects.
Okay, let's digress a little bit. Let's see the connection between our song, because we have two artists there yesterday. One is Dari and we have Asha, which is our key point. But Dari sang this song, a whole new Nigeria, a whole new world. Did you see any connection between?
Yes, if you remember, if you watched the performance all through the show yesterday, each of them, Asha and Dari, I think they performed two different music. So Asha actually performed the first one, that's Fire on the Mountain, and then the other one that talks about love. So in literature, in literary world, if you are trying to come up with, she actually raised up a dust. Like,
yes.
Raised up this
Yes.
flame, kind of, that make sure it pierced through the hearts of those people with the country's situation, present stage of the country. And then that song alone, it's not like they've never heard that song before. So I think that's the best way she could, send her own message to remind them of the country's situation. And aside that, she did not end on that note. A lot of persons will have the peak of that song gets to the point whereby she now, the best way to now drop these people's hearts down is to now make it look cool by using this love song that they had the second performance. So even Darius own as well talks about new Nigeria, because somebody who has actually raised it up, a whole new word, a whole new word. So I think the both of them were just symbol of reminder to all these dignitaries out there, even the president himself, that they should also remember that the present day Nigeria now is not at peace. That all we are trying to, even in our voices, even in our lyrics, even in our songs, our tone, our mood, is telling them that all we need is a new word, a whole new word. That things are really bad, going bad as we speak. But all we are soliciting for is a new word. So as Asha came in with the first song, Fire on the Mountain, and then trying to say how we're going to come together as one Nigeria in love and peace. And then during his own view, was trying to make them to feel that yes, this is where we are heading to.
After the fire,
exactly, it should be a new word, because
really new word.
This fire itself, do we really want it to really blaze up? Like, do we really want it to set ablaze? We don't really want that, because as it stands, the fire is actually burning indirectly. But the fear of every Nigerian now is, if you look at the lyrics of that song, if we go through those lyrics, there's a place that talks about one day the river will overflow. You understand? So what is the meaning of that? Are they really understanding the lyrics? It's not by just sitting down there and then feeling the reading the melody of the song. No, the message is really piercing their hearts.
Okay, before we get to that aspect, because I know we are getting there also. So, a lot of artists will be full of fear. Coming up with this kind of message, this kind of touching lyrics. So where do you think Asha gets her courage, as in, to have this kind of to have this kind of lyrics at the pace of the headlights?
Every individual, for her actually going to touch my cap for her, she really did a very good job there, because she would have prepared herself before now, because it's not like she cannot perform all that fine music that can really make them feel good.
Yes.
But she has a message she's passing across. It's a deep message. It depends on who it really gets, to whom it may concern, because it actually speaks to their hearts, a whole lot of them. For that courage, she would have sat down and said, okay, the best way I can really show my own grief with what is going on there, aside being called to come and perform. This is our country. If it is better, it is better for all of us. So I feel that is what really motivated her, that courage, to say, okay, fine, let me do this in this way. At least to remind them of where they are coming from. And to make them understand that the situation which every individual is passing through. So I think it's just the situation around the community or the society as a whole, Nigeria as a whole, that would have motivated her to want to perform this.
Okay, I want to ask you questions there. But we have this, I've forgotten the name of this songwriter that says, one shouting at the end, that's in Nigeria, the bridge, poor man, this, suffer, guza, this kind of thing.
Yes.
But the man was prosecuted at the end of the day. He was arrested, arraigned. Why would you have this kind of music? Even, it was a studio performance.
Okay.
But this one is live. Do you think that when these elite people, when they come back to their senses and watch this thing over and over again and begin to think deep that this lady is really passing a message even to them, do you think that she can be prosecuted at the end of the day or being called for hearing?
See, the point is, why would she be prosecuted? Why would she be prosecuted? We all know what is going on in this present day Nigeria.
Yes. So
if, for example, Asha has actually brought up has staged out this fear of every Nigerian out there by coming out in her own lyrics. This is a song that is not just composed today.
Yes.
It was because she placed, it's just like a well-planned a performance from her own end. And this is the situation happening around us. We cannot pretend. I don't think they should be able to prosecute her. For what reason? She performed. And one of the performances, how things can really run out well. We are on the see, Nigeria is really sitting on what they call it now, on the bomb, what they call it?
Sitting on bomb.
On bomb.
Bomb powder.
Bomb powder, that's what is actually trending now. But our fear is this bomb should not escalate. But why will she be prosecuted? I think that's the bad part of it. If at the end of this performance and then they go after her for prosecution, I don't think it's something that should really come after
we
that.
don't want that also, but just giving some examples. Okay, let's go further. Could the song be a shining example to this upcoming artist? Can they just have this kind of confidence within themselves that, okay, once we have this, can it just be a shining light to them that, we have many numbers of songs coming out daily, weekly, monthly, but most of the lyrics, you can't even hear the lyrics, you don't know what the lyrics entails. But don't you think that this song is a shining light? I mean, it might just bring them to the limelight of having this kind of good lyrics that will be a good one, and it will be listenable and it pass across message.
Okay, yeah. Asha actually set examples. Not today. She has not even been the only person. It's just for upcoming artists and artists who are still the present one now, right now. It's an example for them to do emulate. If you are to compose songs, it's a good thing when you have this gift to sing well and to compose. But what are your messages? What are your lyrics? Are they really passing messages, good messages across? Is it the one that can just create noise and the lights? Are they the ones that can send message to people to correct a lot of ills in the country? So it should be a music that is more is full of good messages that can help the situation at the moment.
All right, thank you very much. So lastly, before we go, let's take a look at the mood of people that were there. Some will take it at the other one will just like easy, fun, let's have fun, just to entertain us and the rest. So let's just take a look at the mood of the audience.
Okay, we cannot really say to a large extent how their mood will be, you understand?
Yes.
But the truth is, the message has been passed.
Yes, sure.
So it depends on who actually take this to heart and make moves or correct the situation on the ground. So it depends on the individual, those who really see it as very important.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Felicia. And here's where we draw the curtain today on nature and entertainment. I still remain my own self, Oyudokun Adetoyin Samuel. Bye for now.
Bye.